Now, hundreds of violent protesters turned out at last week's inauguration. Those who were arrested may now be prosecuted for felony rioting. That is a very serious charge. Look at them, smashing windows, setting fires, up to 100 arrests. They're going to be prosecuted on felony charges. Do I hear a round of applause?
There you go, you got it.
And let's not forget, on Saturday, millions around the country marched against Mr. Trump. Our guest was there. Joining us is David Webb from Sirius XM Patriot. Now,
morning. By the way, Marsha Blackburn, last word, you're right.
Yes, you did.
So there you go.
That's all right with me. You were there. You were at the Women's March. You talked to the marchers. What was your sense of what they wanted and where they're coming from?
Not much. A lot of them were just talking about, we want our rights, we want our abortion rights, we want all these rights. And I'm asking the question, how is President Trump going to take away your rights? And they couldn't answer that. You've got the leftover hippies. I got to tell you, the tree huggers were out in full force. Then you've got a much younger contingent who are ill-informed, which is really dangerous because they'll carry it on into the next generation. It's about money. It's about control. I can tell you that Emily's List, all those signs, those orange signs, yellow signs you saw printed, the professional ones, all had Emily's List. What was Emily's List? Created to get Democrats and especially Hillary Clinton elected to the White House. So this is a big money event to get a voting bloc together for the Democrats.
Do you see this as the beginnings of what they would call a resistance movement?
No, because here's the thing. If you have a loyal opposition, a resistance to the Trump administration, then your battle is on policy. Your battle is not scattered all over the place. This is more about getting their contingent, their group together of women who apparently represent all women, but women on the right. So this was not a women's march. It was a women who agree with liberalism march.
I just don't think that women, well, I don't know, but I can't imagine women wanting to be represented by people who are foul-mouthed in our nation's capital.
No, when you look at what Madonna says, would any rational person, woman or otherwise, stand up there and talk about this?
But to bring your kids, and I saw loads of kids at that march, with women wearing obscene signs.
Obscene signs, references, saying it. Look, again, we both agree, the right to be peacefully assembled, to voice your opinion, but what are you going to do with it? What is your real opinion? And the next generation concerns me. Children, we should all have a chance, they should all have a chance to make up their own minds, but they're interested in forcing a narrative. This is what you should believe, no matter what you think.
David Webb, you're all right, and we're glad you were there for us in a reporting capacity.
And by the way, the Congresswoman and I, she looked great in red at the inaugural ball.
That's right.
At
you
the
were at
Freedom
the
Ball, yeah, so we have a great picture. I was wearing my red vest, she in her red dress. We had the whole family shot of her family. Great woman. I love Marsha Blackburn.
Welcome back to New York, David. All right.